I am trying to tell a story here, but you don't know the ending. Simply because the bottom half of my slide is blurry. Not so simply because we still haven't come up with a solution to my research problem. What is the research problem? This. Exactly this. People living day-to-day life seeing the world through the bottom half of my slide. Believe it or not, the research problem is ocular itching. Let me explain. Ocular itching or itchy eyes is a symptom which most commonly occurs in a condition called ocular allergy. Ocular allergy is a prevalent eye disease that begins when an allergen such as pollen or dust interrupts the ocular region. This then leads to a specific inflammatory response that results in ocular itching, the hallmark symptom of ocular allergy. Now, this poses a problem as evidence shows the sensation of itch leads to the mechanical motion of eye rubbing. Now, eye rubbing may at first seem harmless. It's just a normal human response, right? However, that motion is extremely destructive as it leads to a condition called keratoconus. Keratoconus is a progressive disorder that results in the thinning of the front surface of the eye. This leads to visual disturbances, and with progression of disease, patients have to undergo a number of different treatments, but the end result remains the same. Loss of vision. Not blurry vision like you can see on my slide here, and not partly, but complete, irreversible loss of vision. With such serious ocular effects, we ask the question, what are health practitioners doing to ensure ocular allergy patients are being diagnosed and treated appropriately to prevent such debilitating effects? And that is where I come in. In fact, there is hardly any literature on this concept at all. A study which assessed the differential diagnosis of red eye found that ocular allergy was the most common diagnosis during allergy season. However, the agreement in the diagnosis between ophthalmologists and GPs was only 48%. Another study which assessed the burden of allergic rhinitis, a condition which results in ocular allergy, found that health practitioners were undertreating the patients as they didn't gauge the severity of the condition. Finally, globally, and specifically in Australia, there is no literature at all on the collaboration between primary care practitioners in ocular allergy. It is evident there is a huge gap in the current approach to ocular allergy. Therefore, my research aims to develop and validate a survey which assesses health practitioner diagnostic, treatment, and collaborative care approach to ocular allergy. This survey will then be distributed across Australia to optometrists, ophthalmologists, GPs, allergists, and pharmacists. Through the information we gain from the survey, we'll better gauge the current gaps in the knowledge and practices of health practitioners and therefore provide better education surrounding the condition. Through this, we would not only reduce the progression and severity of ocular allergy on the patient, but reduce the burden of allergic disease on the healthcare system. There you have it, the ending to my story. However, when we get to the bottom of it, all the bottoms stay blurry. Thank you.